Hey everyone, welcome back here to my channel where I play Plants too. My name is Nissa and today I just want to go over the striped hyena that we will get in the new DLC. First of all, I know I'm a little late, but I have a lot of videos going on right now, so I do it as fast as I can, but still try to be effective. But here it is, and I will actually start over here because we see something very good here. As you know, if you follow my channel, I we have an issue in Planet Zoo I call a fluffiness issue, where what happens most of the time is when you look straight at something that have a lot of fluff, like poof balls, a lot of fur. It looks very good when you look straight at it, but when you turn the camera just a tiny smidge, then it will look awfully blurry. That's a king of the game. Now, this is fluffy. It's not like bushy fluffiness, but it is still a lot of hair on top of other hair. So I actually thought this was good. I thought it was. But then we come over here and it looks different. And I personally, I know a lot of people out there have their opinion. This is mine. I think this is the fluffiness issue because we don't get the same angle. I think it's the same with the tail. If you get close, if you get the right angle, it will look better than it does here. Another issue people have is, why is it shitting? It's not. It's not. Going over here, and this is just Dr. Google. I don't think I offend anyone by saying that. But as you can see here, the bum, first of all, is lower than the elbows on multiple of them. You can also see it there. It's not that clear there, but it is very clear on some of them. I will like to show you the picture up here in the left corner where it's very, very prominent and very, very easy to see. Um, so that isn't my issue. You can see this one is basically the same way. It's taking a step. The tail and the fur is a little different, but it's a little bit on the same size. Besides that, hyenas is very rough towards each other. They are very spiteful, and if they see something hanging loose like a vulnerable tail or a bum, it's easy to attack. Therefore, hyenas have tendency, especially if they do not have the muscles they need to protect themselves, to take the more vulnerable end of the body and tuck it in. You notice we always talk about dogs who put their tails between their legs. That's basically what happens here. It's a little uncomfortable. It's tugging the tail. It could tug in the tail more. It could also lower the bum even more to make it harder to get to. Um, but basically, that's what I think about this stature. I would actually love if they started going around in the game more like actual you can't see that. Actual hyenas in this very weird way where they do go a little cripply sometimes. Not all of them. Again, a lot of them are winners. But if you have lost enough fight, you would go like a little. Oh, who's around me? Do I dare to actually put out my tail right now? Can I walk normally? And you would do the same. So therefore, I would love if they actually did this because it would be more realistic. What I do not like, and I'm gonna take this one point just to clarify. Look at this triangular ear. I do not have anything against a triangular ear. A lot of animals have them. Um, gonna look at this. You can see it up here. Kind of zoom just a little smidge here. I think I can get it a little bigger for you guys. Um, the ear here goes more like straight down, bends, and then straight in. Here it have a line actually from the tip almost. It is rounded up here, but have a line to the middle of the face. But up here, instead of to continue, it's bent off and goes straight down. not even remotely the same shape. They did the same with the eyes, where the eyes on the striped hyena looks very much like a face where the skin is just too heavy, that falls down on top of the eyes, cover some of the eyes. The eyes are very small and actually hard to see because they already placed in the darkness here. It looks like just dark holes, and it looks like either demon eyes or someone who's the bad guy in a Disney movie. That's how hyenas looks. It's so cute with the brown eyes. It's so cute. And I love cute animals, but what I love about the striped hyena is that don't need to be a cuddly little cute animal to be an animal in its own right. It have a lot of personality. It have a lot of awesome things going on. But why do you change a so specific facial feature? This looks more like a puppy. If you just take the face, you would think this was a puppy and not a wild beast. One thing also is I just noticing, can you see in there? Either it shines, so it's something over here that shines into the eyes. It should look that way. Is a possibility. What I think it looks like, and I can't clarify more until we actually get the animals. Sometimes when we look at mud, when you get just the right angle, it's normally inside the mouth, around the teeth, or in the edge of the eyes, where you can actually see through the model. And here it actually looks like you can see the sky behind it. I can't clarify. I can't get that close and make sure that's what it is. I will need to move the model around to really be sure. But for me, it's kind of what it looks like, and that should not happen with an official animal from Frontier. Again, I'm not saying there's no reason to be a little mad at this, but people are mad at the wrong thing here. Again, with the mouth area, it looks cute. Wrong side. Again, it's supposed to look more like a boxer or a what's it called? These big muscle dogs that looks like they're going for a fight. These buff dogs, you know what I mean? It's kind of looks like that, or supposed to, because again, you kind of get the right shape, but you just add small things to make it more. It looks like it's smiling. It looks cute. And it's not a hyena. Hyenas are not supposed to be cute. What some people have issues with, just like the way it stands, is the fur up here. The texture down here, I understand, but it's how fluffy fur works in Planet Zoo at this point. So I wouldn't expect it to be better, but I would hope that they would find a way around it in some way. I'm not sure if it's possible because I have never made a game or tried to program anything, so I do not know. But I would love if they find a way around it, but I don't expect it to. People have issues with this where it's a chunk here, then there's nothing here, it's a chunk there, there's nothing there, chunky, 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 nothing there. Why do you have an issue with this? As I already said, hyenas are not nice to each other. They fight, they take bites out of each other. Why not take some of the hair out of each other? Some of the pictures out here, it seems. Oh, wasn't supposed to do that. Some of the pictures down here, it looks beautiful. Like this mane looks beautiful. It looks very, very thick though. Um, very flat, very flat, very pointy, very, very pointy. Um, so it's hard to tell honestly. But I do like the variation we got. Here you can also see vaguely there is chunks missing in between. Also here, it's not as prominent as it is on this, but honestly, I think it gives more character, more history, and I kind of like it. I would love if they made multiple fur variation where some of them were very chunky and some of them were very um clean cut. To see that some of them have never lost a fight and some of them have lost a lot of fights. That's just what I would prefer, but I don't expect it from Frontier at all. Again, we will have to be just a little bit realistic. Going in here just to go over a few of the information. What I actually find very interesting is because I thought this was a dog, like in the dog family. Um, Hyena is of course hyenas. The family is Hyenidae, which again different kinds of hyenas. There are some animals that still count as hyenas, but aren't exactly hyenas, if that makes sense. Like the name isn't hyena, but it is still a hyena, like the aardwolf. Very close related. Um, but otherwise it's hyenas in here. What's funny though is when we go oh, up in Philly for Mia. If you know a little Latin, Philly means kitty cat. And when we go in here, cougar, cheetah, leopard, bobcat, Bengal tiger, snow leopard, meerkat, ocelot, several. Um, yeah, we can keep on going. Spotted hyena is also here. Fusa. And it's not because it is a cat. Because it's not in the Felidae family. So it's not in the cat family, but it's like the family. Normally most of us we have our little family, mom, dad, kids. Then we have our family, which is uncles, aunts, grandmothers, and so on. And then we have the family, like if we could go back for generation and find every single family member out there we never known, that kind of family. So I just think it's funny that they are clearly much closer related to cats than dogs, but it looks much more than a dog. Again, it's not a cat, but just to clarify, weigh around 22 to 55 kilos, being 44 to 110 pounds. So it can actually be quite big for a cat or a dog compared to what we have here in our houses, anyway. Here you can also clear see the stature here. Um, changes a lot. And some of them, of course, more than others. And I think that's just a genetic thing. Maybe it spreads out on where they live. Again, I do not read all of this to you. I will go more into it when I do the speed bit. Anyway, they live in Asia and Africa. I actually thought it was only African, but more specifically, they live in India, Nepal, Afghanistan, Algeria, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Chad, Djibouti, sorry, Egypt, Ethiopia, Georgia, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kenya, Lebanon, Liberia, Mali, Mauritania. That wasn't right. Morocco, Nigeria, Oman, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Syria, Tajikistan, Tanzania, Tunisia, Turkey, Turkmenistan, Uganda, Uzbekistan, Western Sahara, Yemen, Benin, Central Africa Republic, Eritrea, Ghana, Kuwait, Qatar, Somalia, Sudan, United Arab Emirates. There's also a map here. If you want to look at that, you can see it there. So they are very widespread. Not down here though, which is a more tropical area. I think this part is here. Uh, Going down here, keep in mind biome and climate zones are not the same. Biomes can be pretty much everywhere in the world, where climate zones are more like belts around the world, mostly. Uh, but it's also like the weather in an area where biomes are more based on the ground, the plants, such. We sorry about that. They live in the wetlands, shrublands, forest, grasslands, savanna, agricultural. Sorry, I just think that's funny. Anthropogenic biome. Again, some places we want them more than other. It makes sense. Savanna, grassland, let them run out there. We don't want them in our fields. We don't want to go take a stroll through a forest and meet a hyena. Just how I see it. Um, live in the tropical, temperate, and arid climate zones. Again, a lot of this I will go into later, but not in this video. They are a near-threatened animal, which sounds horrible. Keep in mind that least concern is the best category. Again, this is according to the IUCN Red List. We have this one is there's sufficient. This one is not evaluated. Some animals there's just not enough to evaluate them. Some of them there are just too many that it makes sense to evaluate them. So some if these two doesn't really count, so we have near threatened, sorry, least concerned, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critical, endangered, extinct in the wild, and extinct. These two are not the same thing. So we are still in the good end of the scale, but we are not quite where we want to be. So it's an animal that need a little bit of help, or maybe they just need us to stop hurting them. Again, we'll go into that in another video. But here it is again. And I again, conclusion, it's totally okay if you don't want to play with this. It's okay with every animal in Planet Zoo. If you don't want to play with it, then don't. Your games are based on what you want. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you really want to, then please enjoy it. I'm gonna build for it. Even though there's some features I don't agree with, I'm gonna play with it because I want to build for it. And I want to tell these striped hyena life story. And that's just what it's important for me, and maybe it's important for you. Anyway, guys, we're gonna end it here. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. Really hope to see you again at the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys.